So we're starting with game number 176 is Extreme G. That old ESRB of K through A before like E for everyone existed. That didn't last too long. Let's see. Extreme G came out, developed by Probe Entertainment, came out in October of 1997. Now, I know we played a good long while ago now. We played Extreme G2, which was quite good. So I'm interested to see how Extreme G1 is. I imagine probably just not quite as good. Yeah, let's get in there. Some cool racing game. Weapons on passwords. Single player, multiplayer, extreme contest. We'll just start on novice. We'll see how it is. Get the timer going. Oh, we gotta go Grimace. I do remember that from the other game. Purple Grimace. Cool. Should probably check what the buttons were. We'll make do. Z is go, not A. A is blast laser. I mean, for 97, October of 97, so this is like 1 year in to the N64. This looks pretty good for that. Shoulder button for a sharp turn. Little ammo meter, little shield meter. Buttons. Okay, C left is a thing. I mean, yeah, this feels good. It looks good. Yeah, it's the pop-in is not that terrible either. And it's pretty fast. Oh, did someone like reverse my controls with that? Like, I mean, I'm probably still gonna default to, like, F-Zero, you know? Let's go left this time. But, this controls well, and it looks good. Music sounds good. Interesting weapons. Again, the Extreme G, I learned recently, there's even an Extreme G3 on the GameCube, apparently, that I've never played. So this was like a series that like was around for a little bit. But I never played them back in the day, and I never knew anyone that had any of them. Oh, I got my laser back. Is that like per lap? Okay, and you do have a boost. E down. I say at the top left, you have your little, like, boost usage. Kind of like F-Zero on the Super Nintendo. Oh, Extreme G, yeah, instead of F-Zero. It is pretty similar. I have to double check. I'm pretty sure these only came out on N64, the Extreme G games. But yeah, it feels kind of similar to F-Zero. Okay. Yeah, this game seems pretty good. Like I said, I remembered Extreme G2 being good. I kind of wish we had played them in the correct order. Yeah, this looks like it only came out on N64. That's interesting. Interesting. 8 points. Yeah, pull up the manual because I don't have the manual for this. Make sure I'm not missing any buttons. Weapons, laser cannon, pulse cannon. You just line up and shoot. Tractor beam, missiles, homing missiles, proximity mines, laser mines, mortar, flare, invisibility. There's a lot of weapons, which is kind of cool. Oh, and different, like, bikes have different, like, default weapons. That's kind of cool. So you can, like, change it up to have different, just A attack. Cool. I mean, this basic laser seems good. Oh no, did you just blow up? Okay, it resets you. I get a very F-Zero type track throwing you all over the place. It's cool. It's just a cool game. I like that there's splits in the track, so like there's multiple paths. This almost like these tracks make me think of like Hot Wheels tracks, you know? Like where you want the cars to like crash into each other mid-jump with all the like crisscrossing it does. Maybe a little thing at the top showing you how far behind or ahead you are. This just seems like a good game. I kind of like that Z is the acceleration instead of A. It's a little more comfortable to just hold down the trigger than hold A. Yeah, this will definitely go on the list of like recommended games like immediately. Like, you know, it's something when it's like I pop it in, I've done 2 tracks and I'm like, no, this is a good one. Let's try to go the other way. Way up ahead. Oh, you do get a password as well. How many tracks in a cup? I don't think it said. It just let me pick one. Did you only get 3 boosts for the whole race? They doesn't seem like they replenish per lap. Like, look at this. This is just a Hot Wheels track, which is cool. I think there is a Hot Wheels game on N64. If I remember correctly. I'm is another game that I have never played. I definitely spent a lot of time playing with like Hot Wheels tracks as a kid. So I have an affinity for like the just ridiculousness of it. And I'm sure they're much wilder nowadays compared to what they were 25 years ago. I remember having the ones that were like, you'd have to like wrap a rubber band around stuff to like get the tension to launch the cars, and then eventually getting one of the ones that just like actually used a battery to like launch them with just a little like spinning rotor. Catch up first. I like just having a default attack as well as picking up power-ups in this. That's kind of cool. That doesn't hurt it until it just makes it really wonky for a bit. Nice. Final race. I also really like you get hit, but you don't like go spinning out or flying off the track. Stuff just kind of bumps you around, and it slows you down so people can pass you, but you don't feel like you like get punished too hard when you get hit by an attack. It just feels like a really very solidly designed racing game. Very satisfying. Okay. I don't know what that little arrow indicates when it shows up. Yeah, not a bad soundtrack either. It fits the aesthetic. Like it does doing all the things that I complain, or the opposite of things I usually complain about with other racing games, where like there's music, there's multiple tracks, and then different songs for different racetracks. There seems to be a plethora of actual racetracks. There's stuff to do where you get boosts, you get items, like a lot of items. On top of it, just looking good and controlling very simply, but solid, responsive, and fun. Nice. That should be a win overall. 30 points. Like again, I'm gonna default to F-Zero if I'm gonna pick a racing game like this, but it's nice to have something extra to have to mix it up every now and then. Try entering your name as Roller. Oh, so you get like little passwords you can do. Poor reaction times. Well, luckily, like I was saying with this one, it doesn't really punish you that much. Let me try intermediate. It doesn't really punish you that much for like bumping into walls or getting hit. You kind of just bounce off. It's not like Mario Kart or something where like you go into the grass or you scrape a wall and you just lose all momentum. What's the stats on Grimace? Full acceleration, good shield. Bad on turns. Huh. Try a different one. Oh yeah, the other thing I was gonna check is how many players can play this. I think it's just 2 at a time. Use up like a blaster instead of a laser for this one. And you know, it's good that it's pretty forgiving about what happens when you get hit, considering everyone has like default weapons as well as items you pick up. When you're in the middle of a pack, everyone's just getting blasted constantly. It feels good to hit the other racers, but it doesn't feel bad to get hit yourself. And that's kind of perfect. Is this the first track again? Oh, is it going to be one of those where like there's not like a Mario Kart style different cups and there's 4 different tracks on each? It's going to be like, excuse me, cup number 2 is all the tracks from cup 1 plus like 1 or 2 extra. That's a shame. I always prefer it to be where each cup is like its own unique thing. I can tell the difference in difficulty going up to intermediate. They seem much more aggressive. Like, yeah, look at him just blasting my shield away. takes you to get your boost in this game. Jeez, okay. Getting the hang of it. Hitting the walls less. A little less. Races aren't that long either, which I always appreciate. Yeah, 3 minutes for 3 laps. That's kind of perfect. For like arcadey style racing games like this, I love a lap to be like 1 minute to like 90 seconds tops. I don't want to be spending 6 minutes, 8 minutes in like a single race. That's a bad start. Yeah, this is the same track again. Okay. Now that I know it a little bit. Never mind. Whoa! You can just miss the track. But again, it put me right back. Not that punishing. You know when I want to boost it right here. Again. Okay. Fifth. I am excited. I do have another, it's been a little while, another one of the retro gaming swap meets that I typically go to a couple of times a year. It's coming up this weekend. And I'm usually able to always get like one good cool thing for my collection whenever I go. So I'm hoping to get something good this time. There's usually someone there that has some like complete in-box N64 games. And I always hope that there's something I don't already have. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I mean, it used to be I went there, and that's how I got a lot of my, the rarer N64 games for my collection, was people selling them there. And now I just go to look for boxed games. Ooh, fifth? Yeah, I came across some good, that's gonna hurt my score. Some good stuff in a storage unit recently. Some Game Boy stuff, some DS stuff. Which is always exciting. I usually... Wow, okay. This is a new track. I usually don't get anything too crazy out of the like storage units and stuff I look through. But I often get, like, games. There was that one, like, half a year ago or so that I got, like, a stack of, like, 20 complete in-box N64 games out of, and that was nuts. And I was so stoked on that, but it's 99% of the time nothing like that. But, you know, stuff like Pokemon's popular enough that if you find some Game Boy games in a storage unit, there's a good chance you'll find a Pokemon Red or Blue in there. I have to check. When the last time we just played, what their Pokemon game is. I could be down for playing, like, a red or something. Whether or not it's, you know... I know we did that, like, Pokemon X randomizer last year. I'm like, last place. And the randomizers are always good fun for mixing it up for ones that I've played a ton of times. So they're usually good for if I want to play through, like, any of the first 3 generations of Pokemon that I've played dozens and dozens of times. Craving OG Pokemon, playing Let's Go Pikachu. I haven't gone back to that one. I played that a ton when it came out. I played enough to, like, complete the Pokedex and do all that stuff. I remember there was that also had the thing where it was like there was like the ultimate trainer for each of the original Pokemon, where it's like you could go battle, like, okay, he has the best, you know, Raichu or the best Onix or whatever. I never did all that. Oh yeah, you had to throw the balls with the Joy-Con. True. They had that, I think I have one somewhere. I blow myself up. The Pokeball controller, which was kind of it was cute. It's very cute, but kind of pointless because, like, yeah, just use a Joy-Con that you already have. I know it's how you got Mew if you got one of those Pokeball controllers. But there's no other games that use it. It's just the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. They never brought it back. Like, for the longest time, I know a lot of people thought, and I was like, I'm sure they'll do, like, a Let's Go for, like, Johto Gen 2 stuff, right? Like, people like it. No, no, no. No! Fifth! Okay, I'm doing real bad. I gotta pick it up. Wait, was that it? Is that the end? Is my car being smelted down because I didn't beat it? I guess so. Just a button? Yeah, the Pokeball. It's literally the, like, button on the Pokeball. I don't know what I did with it. I knew I had it sitting in here forever. It's just, yeah, it's like a thumbstick that you can click. So you use the button to, like, move, like a little joystick, and then you can click it in to click, and then that's the motion for the throw. Okay, let's try this again. Since this game's really good and we've only been playing for less than half an hour, I'm fine playing a little more. Second to qualify. I started off strong, but then it went rough. Yeah, you still have to throw it for that. It's literally a Joy-Con with less buttons and in the shape of a Pokeball instead of a controller. Like, the only unique thing about it was that you could put a Pokemon inside it and, like, almost like Pokewalker, walk around with it, I think. And I think if you shake it, it has a little speaker, and it plays the cry of whatever Pokemon you put inside it. If I'm remembering correctly. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, because I remember them being traded in at the game store I worked at. And because they all came with a Mew originally, they were worth more money if they still had Mew in it, and the way you could check was by shaking it and seeing if it made the Mew sound or some other Pokemon. Otherwise, you'd have to, like, hook it up to a copy of Let's Go to see what Pokemon was in it. Random useless knowledge. Very specific. Yeah, keep the Mew in the Pokeball to increase the value. I don't know if that's still the case. I knew for a while it's because, like, people wanted Mew. Back here. I mean, Pokemon stuff's always weird with value and all that. Like, I got a box of that old Pokemon cereal from, like, 2000. And it's like, that's worth money. People want the old cereal. I say that as someone that also has always wanted to get a box of the old Nintendo cereal they put out back in the, I think it was the late 80s, because it was based on the NES. And it was, the box of cereal was made to look like an NES box, kind of. And it came with Mario-flavored cereal and then Zelda-flavored cereal. And you got 2 bags inside of 1 box. It was like Nintendo Cereal System, I think it was called, instead of Nintendo Entertainment System. Yeah, Nintendo Cereal System. That's a random thing I'd like for my collection. It sounds delicious. I'm sure it was just pure sugar. Nintendo-branded cereal from 35 years ago. Well, they did have that, the Mario Odyssey cereal they put out. I mean, I guess even Mario Odyssey is a decade-old game at this point, nearly. Like 9 years old, 2017. That was a thing that existed. Whoa! Take it, that works. Still not 100% used to what all these different weapons work like, just on visual. I almost want like a announcer to like say what it is when you pick it up. So I can be like, ah, okay. A lot of them look similar. They just latch onto the top of your bike and shoot off in some weird fashion. Every time. Here we go. Come on, at least third. I'll take it. With 6 seconds off. Second place. We gotta pick it up. So trying to look up some cheats for this game. I want to see what all it's got going on in that department. If there's any cool vehicles or anything you can unlock. How do I avoid that? I assume that's homing. R is just like regular rocket. Yeah, if you don't have someone close to you, a lot of these weapons don't really do much. First place. Come on, that thing sucks. Oh no! Come on. Get down. Matthews rocket. Whew. Okay, I didn't notice at the top right. Points needed 17. So you can't drop too low on the standing. I think that's what happened before. I didn't finish the cup. I just dropped so low in the standing, they just booted me out. Okay, 7th. I have to come in at least 7th to have enough points to stay in the competition. That's how that works. I get it. That's pretty lenient. So if you do good in a couple of races, you don't have to worry about coming in first every time. You can have 1 or 2 rough ones. Frame rate, tanking a little bit. Some of these tracks almost make me think a little bit of some of the later tracks in like the Star Wars Pod Racer game. Which they're making a new one, aren't they? Didn't they announce they're making a new Star Wars Pod Racer, I think? Just interesting. I feel like something like that would be really cool in VR. Racing games are cool in VR. A Star Wars Pod Racer VR would be pretty sick. Yeah, like just everything modern about it, like in a pod racing sense, could be really cool. They could do a lot with it. I don't think they showed much off. I think if I remember correctly, it was just like, hey, we're doing a pod racer deal. I only ever played the original one. I'm pretty sure there was a pod racer on like PlayStation 2. It was like Racer Revenge. I never played that. But I play a new Star Wars Pod Racer. It is kind of like the coolest thing to come out of Episode 1. And then next to Jar Jar, of course. Wasn't that... There was the... Not in the movie, but there was the thing Pepsi. Yeah, because Pepsi... It must have been Episode 1, because there was a ton of Star Wars Episode 1 Pepsi stuff that existed. And there's a like droid carrier tanks. They had a thing of those where it was the droid carrier, but when it would open up and like put out the thing of droids, it was just a bunch of cans of Pepsi instead that you could get, and it was like a cooler for your cans of Pepsi. That was pretty cool. Oh yeah, Darth Maul. There is that new Darth Maul show. I did see a thing about that. Darth Maul's pretty cool. I haven't kept up with all the Star Wars shows. There's so many now. I remember actively watching... I kept up with Clone Wars, and I know Clone Wars is like 15 years old at this point. But I kept up with that show when that was coming out, and I liked that show a lot. I'm pretty sure I have all of that on DVD, because I would always pick it up. I like Star Wars, and I grew up with it, as most, people in a large age bracket did. But there's just so much Star Wars nowadays. Like, growing up, it's like, I read the books and all that stuff. But nowadays, like, I'll watch the movies, and I'll play some of the games that come out, but I don't really keep up with all the shows. That's just fun. Pretty cool track. It seems to be a good deal of tracks in this game. Haven't seen all the new shows either. Have seen the movies though. Yeah, it's hard to pass up when it's a new Star Wars movie. It's Star Wars. At the end of the day, regardless of, you know, the fact that the quality of Star Wars overall isn't always, you know, excellent, it's Star Wars. I still have that feeling deep inside me of how insanely excited I was to go see Episode 3 when that came out. I kind of miss that childlike wonder of, like, stuff like that, or, like, I remember being so excited when they made that Jango Fett game on the GameCube, the Bounty Hunter game. I've not gone back to that game in forever. I'm sure it holds up. I remember liking it a lot. Yeah, it's dumb fun. It's dumb fun. I like to have dumb fun. Like, you know, I want to play Star Wars Battlefront and just be like a clone trooper and blast some droids. You know? That's the fun I like. And as much as I do love Star Wars. And I like sci-fi stuff. I've always leaned more towards fantasy overall. I say I prefer something like Lord of the Rings or The Witcher or something like that. If I have to choose, I'm gonna lean that way. You know, I've put hundreds and hundreds of hours into Star Wars stuff, hundreds and hundreds into Star Trek stuff. All those things. Battlestar Galactica, whatever. We're still winning. How many tracks do they have in this cup? 8 to qualify. These are pretty long cups. Getting bullied. Yeah, speaking of, like, just have fun, that's what this game is. This is mindless video game fun, and I kind of love it. You know, I've streamed plenty of things, and I've talked about how I do love things, you know, big RPGs, and, you know, more involved games, but Every now and then, you just need a video game. I want to be in my super bike shooting lasers and doing jumps and hitting the turbo button. I want to pop in Doom and just run through levels and blast demons. You need games like this. It's important. I can tell when it's a good game when I can kind of just zone out and just keep playing it too. Like, we're just talking about whatever, Star Wars or whatever, and it's just like, yeah, I could just keep playing this and having fun. I love that. That's the kind of thing that that'll turn a game into something that just kind of lives in my, like, Super Nintendo or N64 for a while. Where it's like, get back from work, or I've been doing chores around the house all day. It's like, I just want to sit down for a minute and just, like, play a video game. It's like, I'm going to sit down and turn on my Super Nintendo with just, like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like Turtles in Time in it, where I can just hit buttons and, beat up the Foot Clan. Just mindless fun. We got a huge lead. Eighth to qualify. How many? They just keep giving us new tracks, and that's cool. Like, I don't recognize this one. I'm pretty sure this is a whole new one. Whoa! So you can go so fast you just, like, detach from the ground. That's awesome. Are the arrows pointing at, like, shortcuts or something? It might be. Can't tell. Gosh, right? I don't know. I'm in third? Wait, is that like a teleporter? Oh, that sucks. That's cool. Longer track. Am I just finding new weapons? Are they just starting to have those now? I don't recognize some of these. Okay, last lap. That. Oh. This path again? Yeah. I assume it's faster. Stuck with second. Great lap. Yeah, it needs some kind of over-the-top announcer. Extreme G cheats. Final race. Okay, we're here. Yeah, I think this game's gonna... Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna put it pretty much alongside Extreme G2. They're pretty similar games. And they're both good. It's been a minute since we played the second one, but I remember feeling pretty much the same about it. I think Extreme G2 had more game modes. I think there was like a elimination mode or whatever, where you got put on a track and you just had to like destroy the other racers instead of like complete laps. And that's cool to have like extra modes, and that'll put it above it. But this game's also just good. You would not be going wrong in in putting this in your collection. I have to double check. I think it's both Extreme G1 and 2 are also relatively common games. I'm not 100% though. It's been a minute since I've acquired them. I'm pretty sure they're both relatively cheap. It's kind of like I played the Wipeout games, those racing games on the PS1 as a kid, and I like those a lot. And I think there is a Wipeout 64, but I've never played that one. We'll eventually get around to that and see how that is. But these kind of racing games are always fun. Wipeout, F-Zero, now Extreme G. Nice. $57 points. And solid music too. Yeah, let's see here. Oh, is this on, like, Switch Online? It might be. It looks like it is. That's pretty cool. If you want to play it, I think it is. In 2024, the game was re-released through Nintendo Classics. Yeah, the music is solid. That's what I'm saying. I was looking at the Wikipedia page for it. Extreme G2 came out a year later. Extreme G3 on the GameCube in 2001, and XGRA in 2003. So there's 4 games between this one in 97 and then the 4th one in 2003. So this was like a series. All right, let me see here. Unlock all tracks and bonus cars. 81GGD5. Did that work? Okay, yeah, I guess it did because it didn't say invalid. It says there's like a bonus track. Shoot 'em up. Oh, there's a shoot 'em up mode. Let's just practice. Ah, okay. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 12 tracks, and then the bonus track. So 13 tracks. Well, yeah, I think this is the bonus one. Maybe. Yeah, and you can just pick a single track to do it if you want to. Oh yeah, I didn't check to see the bonus cars. Oh, this is short. This is real short. A tiny little bonus track. Yeah, 20-second lap. Right. Sure. What's shoot 'em up mode? Just out of curiosity. Is that like the mode that I was just talking about in the second game? Roach. That's one of the bonus ones. It's got like near maxed out and then neon. Maxed out stats on everything. So shoot 'em up mode. Yeah, you just get to blast stuff. That's fun. I was like, oh, I'll give the second game a point for having that. This game has it too. Oh, I can tell this car is faster. It's a little harder to control. All right, yeah. I mean, that's cool. It's a cool bonus mode. Are there any other, like, actual cheats to mess around with? Unlock all tracks and cars. That seems to be the main thing. type your name in as Extreme, it just makes the game faster. And if you type your name as Fisheye, it turns it into a fisheye lens. That seems to be... Oh, banana makes everything slippery. Yeah. This is a good game. This is a good game. Let's see here. I had a lot of fun with it. There we go. I think I put Extreme G2 at the top of good. And I think this just goes right beside it. These are both just like good games. They're not like the best, but if you're not playing one of the like known top racing games on the system like F-Zero or whatever, this is just a good game. And like I said, it has multiplayer. You can play 2-player, multiple modes, a fair amount of tracks. What was it, 13 tracks is a good amount. It looks good, especially for only being 1 year into the system. It looks good, it sounds good, it plays good. It's just good. I don't think it's, you know, the tip top of the system, but it's a good one. Not much more to say. I'd recommend it if you can get a hold of a copy. Which I think it's a pretty... Yeah, it's like a $10... It's on Switch Online, so you could just play it on there. But both of these games sell for like $11 if you have an N64 and you want the cartridge. I'd say they're worth getting. Anyway, let's get ready to spin the wheel. Click the wrong thing. All right. What do we got? Where's the arrow? Chef's Love Shack. I don't know where the arrow went, but South Park's Chef's Love Shack. Oh, there's the arrow. It was almost South Park Rally. Is this not shuffled? It seems to be in alphabetical order. I don't know why it's suddenly in alphabetical order. South Park Chef's Love Shack. There we go. There we go. That's a game to play, I guess. If we're gonna do that. But Extreme G's good. Big thumbs up. Recommend. Good game.